Hi everyone, welcome back to Crochet Rocks. Tracy here, and this is a swatch video with a bit of a difference. This one I am swatching up some of the Swurlywurly cakes that I recently got for my shop, hobbyrocks.co.uk. Here they are absolutely gorgeous, every single one of them, and well, they're just beautiful. I've really enjoyed working with them, I have to say. So there's the information. We've got 500 and, is that 50? 560? I can't see it from here. Let's just try and get closer. 550 metres, 599 yards, 100% acrylic. It's all machine washable. And where are we? This one is called Stormy Seas. Stormy Seas. 200 gram cakes each one. So that one is one of my favourites, and I have swatched that one. This is another one, and the swatches are a little bit different from what I normally do. I've made something with them instead. Did I just turn that upside down? I did. This one is called Wild Berries. All the info is exactly the same. One of my favourite ones, that is. I might say that about more when I pick them up. And this one's just beautiful as well, with those gorgeous orange sort of tangerine colours. There we go. Oh, I didn't tell you about the... No, that's just the address of James C. Brett, isn't it? Where is it? There it is, 100% acrylic. This one is called Daybreak. And then the one that caught my eye in the first place when I went shopping in one of my yarn quests, and I purchased this one. And this is gorgeous. This one is called Tropics. So then there's this one, which is also another really beautiful one. And the name of you is, where are we? Plum Ice. And then last of all, I know this one's called Carnival because I remember it, but that's Carnival. So there are all 6 of my colours that I have in my shop, hobbyrocks.co.uk. This one is kind of selling out a little bit. The rest have all got quite a lot. Because I had my own of this, I had several balls. I've still got a full amount of that one, but this is the only one that's getting scarce now. So let me show you what I did with the swatching. I just, while I'm moving all this stuff out the way, if you haven't already, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. I'll come right back. Okay, with this one I did just do the kind of normal swatches. So I started off with a half treble, which is a half double in the US, and then we went on to the UK treble, which is a double crochet in the US, and then the kind of V stitch, and I went on to do a shell and a V, and then a bobble, and then just finished it off with a couple of rows of UK treble, US double crochets. So I did that swatch. I think, well, I used a 5mm crochet hook, and that's what it works up like with a 5. Obviously, if you used a 4mm, it would be closer work, but that's what I did. And then I, let's just get this tail end out of the way. Obviously, I did the centre pull on that bit and the outside pull on this bit. So I wanted to show you, without tangling my extensive tail, there we go, what this would look like if I made it into a big granny square. So there we are, that's how it kind of works up. It's got really vibrant colours. I mean, you could manipulate this to just be a square and then manipulate the colours as you want, but obviously it was just starting to become the pink again. I didn't do a big swatch, just these like a square and the traditional kind of swatches that I do with that one. But that is the Tropics. Excuse me. So then I chose to have a little go with the blue, because as you may know, I am a bit of a sucker when it comes to blue yarn. And another thing I wanted to do, and this isn't representative of how it will look when it's finished, was perfect my circle. So this is obviously an increased round. So it's nice and flat and even. So I have got a circle granny already on my channel, but I decided that I wanted to perfect that tutorial and maybe do another one. And I'm kind of there now with the amount of spacing and increasing and when. So that's what I'm doing with the blue, and I really love the way this is working up. So I'm going to carry on and finish this one because I really, really, really like it. So I just love the way these colours all kind of interact. And it does stripe really, really well when you do a large piece of work like this. Now, I've got a large hole in the centre, but I have got my tail ready to pull it. But obviously, I wanted a larger one. I'll explain all the reasons behind it when I come to do the tutorial. But that's this one. I love that one. That Stormy Seas is beautiful. Okay, so that brings me on to this one. And this I've decided to make a big shawl with it. So I've only got that much left of my first cake. So you'll get a good idea of just how much a whole cake will give you. It is, I would say, 2 cakes is definitely a big shawl. This one would fit as a kind of a scarf shoulder warmer, but I love these colours. I love the way they're working up. They're just absolutely beautiful together. But as you can see, it is quite large. But isn't it? I just think it's beautiful yarn. I really, really love it. And it's quite reasonable in my shop at the moment. I think it's a little cheaper than most other places for it. But it's beautiful yarn. I really can't praise it enough. So let me show you then what it's like to work with. I can't obviously do any more of this one because I've reached the end and I've got to connect another cake to that. But I think 2 will be enough. I'm going to do a tutorial for both my new circle and when I've finished it, I will do the tutorial anyway for the triangle, because you can turn it into, if you want to, you can turn it into a shawl. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to not tangle my yarn, and plus I think all this is a little too close. So yeah, you can turn it into a shawl, or you can just make it into triangles to do whatever you want with. So I will do that, as well as I've not done that on my channel before. So I'm putting my hook. Now I've lost my tulip I was working with, so I've grabbed this one, and it is so easy to actually work with. It's unreal. It doesn't split. It frogs really well. It's lovely and silky smooth. I know I did that wrong. I haven't set myself up like if I was doing a tutorial, so I'm not holding my yarn in the correct place either. It's funny how small things can really put you off, isn't it? Put you off your stride if you just got your yarn in the incorrect part of your finger. It completely throws you out or something, which, it's still there, isn't it? It's just so yeah, you can see just how easy this is to work with, because I'm kind of doing this more or less blind. It's hard to see the way I've got this set up at the moment. So if I can do that virtually sightless, I didn't do that. Sometimes this hook does that, I will say. I don't do that with the tulip, but this one, for some reason, I don't know if it's see what I mean? It doesn't go through both. Whether it's because it's not my hook, if you know what I mean. It's not the one that's kind of my favourite sort of hook, and I'm not used to it, and it's a bit more snub-nosed. I don't know the hook part's very smooth. I don't know if that's the reason. But at least it doesn't split yarn. Like some hooks I've used recently have split hooks quite badly. Split yarn quite badly. Not hooks, obviously. That would be real violent crochet, wouldn't it? So that's obviously not what I meant. But yeah, you can see, though, how it works up. And the actual colours graduate in some of these instances quite well. If it's a light colour, then it does just ping, and pop. But I've really enjoyed working with this. It's lovely, lovely yarn, I must say. So I'm glad I got it for my shop. Incidentally, at the moment there is a free crochet hook an ergonomic one with my orders. They're all 4.5, the ones I got. So that's roughly kind of what it'll be. An ergonomic 4.5. I'm not sure if I put that on the pop-up of the website or not. Now, in the description box, let's go down a little bit. In the description box, you'll find a link to my shop. You'll find a link to my other channels as well, but there is a link to my shop. And the details of how you can get that crochet hook are on a pop-up on the website. So, and they're also showing on that pop-up my new mystery bags, which you can use for Valentine's Day, Mother's Day and birthdays and the like. Remember I did the ones at Christmas that were very popular. So these are roughly about the same sort of sizing. They hold the same amount of yarn roughly. So, but the illustration on the pop-up doesn't show them stuffed full. It just shows a little illustration with some ornamental balls in. That almost didn't go through. I always do that, I find, with these hooks. I prefer these soft touch to the Amour, I have to say. But at the same time, I prefer the tulips to either of them, because they just glide so well. So you can also find those on my website, because they are my favourite. I've also got a range of new Tunisian and crochet hooks and knitting needles called Lantern Moon, which are gorgeous and have some really good reputation and reviews going on. That's a little bit I've got a bit of a breakage there, but it doesn't matter, it'll get hidden. It's only half of the strand. I've never had that before. But this is absolutely beautiful. I'm going to show you how it does really work up so well. Well, those are my swatches. I really love this one, I have to say. And it does remind me of berries. I mean, I had some Amour yarn. I don't know if you remember the Stylecraft Amour yarn. And that had a berries. And unfortunately, they discontinued that yarn. And I absolutely loved that. And thankfully, I made myself a hat with it before it all went out of stock, and I didn't keep any back for myself, so I was a bit silly there. But this reminds me, this one here, although it didn't have these lighter colours, but it is the same berry colours. I really love it. It's so pretty. Anyway, that's my swatches. I hope you like that. I know sometimes people do like to have me show how I make it. So I know it's not exactly a swatch, because I'm kind of prepping for a new tutorial, but you got to see quite a few of them. I couldn't swatch them all up. Here they are again. I'll show you them in their glory. They are just beautiful. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye for now.